I think he was a great ad for us. We were all excited in that clubhouse when we made that trade. Um, it's always a double-edged sword because you're losing two of your buddies and two guys that you've played with for a few years. But we gained a great pitcher, and we gained a guy that was able to come into our rotation and come into our four and really become himself and also kind of gel well with us. He's an exciting pitcher to watch, both on and off the field. He's a guy that I get excited for his start days because I know the energy that he brings, and I feed off of it even though I'm on the bench and just watching, as a fan. But it's been an awesome ad for us. He's made me a better pitcher, and I'm sure he's made a lot of other guys on the team better pitchers.
Trevor, your feeling in the first start yesterday compared to last year, how much of a difference is it for you mentally coming into this year, coming into starting the season?
It was the difference for me was in spring training, knowing that I was on the team, knowing that spring training it wasn't going to be results oriented. I knew that I had stuff to work on, and regardless of the outcome, I had a position on the team. So that was a first for me for spring training, and I was thankful for it and for the opportunity, and thankful that I could work on stuff and enhance certain sequencing and pitches. And it showed up yesterday. My curveball got me an out when I needed to, and it's every year is going to be different. Whether it's I need to work on certain pitches in the off season or work on certain things in spring training. But it is nice knowing that I had a spot on the team, and it is nice knowing that we got a lot of hungry guys in our clubhouse that hate to lose, and we were glad to get the season started in Cincy, and we're glad to be back home.
Trevor, it sounded like from what Clint told us, he didn't have a real big ask of you coming out of last season in the exit interviews during the offseason, that he kind of left it up to you to make yourself even better going into this season based on the way you went last year. What did you ask of yourself? Was there anything you asked of yourself?
You have to adapt or die. It's really that simple. You have to figure out what do I need to do to be the best possible Trevor Williams there is. Is that adding a second breaking ball, or is that throwing fastballs in certain counts or off speed in certain counts? You have to figure it out and roll with the punches. I'm going to be a different pitcher a few months from now than I am today. You just have to kind of roll with the punches and, like I said, adapt or die. The league is doing their homework on me, and I have to do my homework on them in response. So going into the offseason, it was just trying to enhance certain things and continue on a steady path up to be the best version of myself possible.
Clint talked about your roadmap for the offseason and your plans for your workouts and stuff. Could you maybe detail that a little bit? Was it any different this offseason before spring training than other years?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was the same off-season workout. I did everything that I could to get my body ready for 32 plus starts. That hasn't changed in my off seasons. It's just I know what's expected of me, and I know that the team's relying on me to make every start, and I did everything that I could this off season to prepare my body and my brain for that.
Ray said he never really stopped throwing this year. If it wasn't bullpens necessarily, or at least long tossing, keeping your arm loose.
Yeah, it really wasn't anything crazy. I wasn't throwing long toss every day. I took 4 weeks off of no throw and nothing, no workouts, and just I've talked to guys around the league that have continued to throw in the off season, and it was something that I wanted to implement and experiment with, because every off season is going to be different. What was working for me when I was 18 isn't going to work for me when I'm 26. So I have to adjust and roll the punches there. But I was playing catch 2-3 times a week to 90 feet just to feel my release point. I used to be a guy that would take 6 to 8 weeks off of no throw. My arm felt great and I bounced back awesome once I started ramping my throwing up in January. But if my body feels like crap in July and August and September, then I might need to readjust. So we'll see. We'll see when that comes. But
Sort of the adapt or die thing.
adapter, yeah, you just got to figure it out. While I'm young, I'm going to lift as much as I can and throw as much as I can, because someday in my career I won't be able to do as much as I am doing now. So I have to maximize my opportunity while I can, and prepare my body to not only be ready for 32 starts this year, but hopefully for 10, 15 years.
Trevor, the starters are
Even last year, it felt like we were throwing on 6 days more often than not, with our off days and with rainouts. That just is what it is. You have to roll with it. Joe was awesome yesterday for her being able to come out of the bullpen, because he was on the unfortunate end of a bad rainout, where he almost had to be totally skipped, but we were able to just roll with it, and he was awesome, and a team guy for doing that. But you just got to roll with it. I'm preparing for my next start against the Reds, and if we get a few rainouts or snowouts, then it is what it is, and I'll prepare for the next start. But we have a lot of off days this season, so you just have to take the extra days of rest when you can, and just prepare for your next start if it's 5 days or 6 days.
Trevor, can you describe the excitement and emotions that come with the pageantry of the home opener?
Home openers are great. Opening days are great. My drive today to the yard felt a little faster than normal, and this is my third home opener now, and I think the second one with snow on the ground when I was leaving, so it's a little different for me. But it's going to be exciting. We have national coverage today for our home opener, so it's going to be a little bit of the buzz in the air, and I'm excited to see Arch's first yell. The over/under is 1.5 batters when his first yell is going to come, so I'm taking the under. But it's an exciting time. The fans are going to come out here and tough out the cold, and it's going to be exciting to watch.
What's it like for a pitcher who doesn't have to pitch on a home opener or opening day, just to be able to enjoy everything?
That was a great vacation. I get to talk to you guys, and I get to hang out. And I came in and got my work done today. It didn't hit me till we were on our flight yesterday that we had a 1 o'clock game, and that was kind of a bummer, because for me, I need to unpack my locker and unpack my house, and it was hard for me to leave my house today and still have bags and stuff everywhere. But someday I hope to pitch a home opener. This year I'm gonna really enjoy watching Chris do it, and I'm gonna get my work in, like I said, to prepare for my next start, and then kind of just sit back and enjoy the day.
Do you share little things you see on the mound during a game, or you just let him be himself?
With Chris, he's open to it. Some guys aren't. I think we all know each other well enough where we can communicate when we need to. No one likes secrets, and what I hate is after a start, somebody coming up to me is like, "Oh, hey, you were tipping pitches." I was like, "Hey, you could have told me that in the second inning before I gave up 8 runs." But I think we're all good enough, and we have a good enough relationship with each other to communicate when we need to.
Being around Chris, do you notice the difference between him when he first got here to him today?
No, I don't think he was ever reserved when he first got here. We knew that his personality. He's a big name guy in the league. He's a guy that's recognizable, and he's a guy that has the pedigree of a superstar. And we were very open to him, and he was very open to us. And it was pretty immediate that we all went out to dinner with each other and got to know each other, and kind of. It felt like he's been in our rotation for more than just a half a season. So I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited to watch him and see that his first home opener at PNC Park, and how the fans have already accepted him, and how they're going to be receptive to him today.
All right, good for Trevor. So, Riley,